Hi. Welcome to the quiz show
with Julia and Devin.
The quiz show with Devin and Julia.
We're on opposite couches today.
Yeah, because we're going to quiz each other, or just me.
Well, maybe we could actually quiz each other with this.
Okay.
Because it's pretty short and basically like we're going to have to veer away from our normal structure of guessing what the quiz is called, because the way quiz author Kathy McCoy set this up is such that we can't separate the quiz from its title.
We can't separate the quiz from the artist.
We cannot separate the art from the artist at all. And Kathy, you know what you did. So first of all,
kitty cat. Second of
all, I got a haircut.
And literally everyone is talking about it.
Everyone's
like
talking
how
about
good
it,
it is.
How it's like so bouncy. And
yeah.
It's like,
where did you go?
Little Lion Salon on Grand Street. It's actually super close to this studio.
Do you normally go there?
No, it was my first time.
Oh my
they
God.
had a really good rate, and I am struggling with budgetary issues at this time.
No, totally.
What I have to say about why I love being a woman is because while I was getting my hair cut, another hairstylist was explaining to her client frame for frame, moment for moment, the entirety of the West and Amanda Summerhouse drama. Like she was literally starting from like BC. Like she was like, so West was this guy who came in the house and he was funny. Like he wasn't that good looking, but because he was funny, it made him more good looking. And then this happened. And I was like, oh my God, that's actually my dream. If I didn't know all the stories already.
Yeah.
Like to have my hairstylist be like, okay, so here's some major drama you don't know about.
No, totally.
My hairstylist actually did tell me about some drama in her dating life that I was like, what?
Oh my God.
But I was happy for her.
Yeah.
And haircuts are vulnerable.
100%.
But I'm really glad I took some layers off because as my fiance pointed out while I was wearing a long dress with my hair down to my hips before my appointment, he did say, you look a little trad. And I was like, oh, I look like I'm a Mormon because I have super long hair and a super long dress and socks with sandals. Like I'm trad. But right now, this socks with sandals looks like I'm like a cool kindergarten teacher.
No, T.
I'm like Miss Slippy? What? Miss Lippy.
Slippy.
I'm Miss Lippy from Billy Madison.
Oh my God.
So that's me.
Well, it looks gorgeous.
Thanks.
I'm going to plug my hair girls because I've been going to them for many years now.
Where?
So the origin story is I went to Mark Ryan's salon for a long time. And I still go there.
Is that?
It's like a high-end salon. Like
okay.
Patti LuPone like gets her hair colored there. Like people are rolling through. Some of the stylists there will go on tour with like Chapel and like Florence Welch. Like it's a nice like high-end salon. Like the kind where it's like they'll give you a Diet Coke for free type shit. Yeah. So my friend Jay Reed is an apprentice there no longer. She's since been promoted to a stylist on the floor. And she I know from Maryland. And like, so when I moved to New York, she like was an apprentice and would like cut people's hair for like super, super cheap. It's like called being a model. When you like go to the salon, it's like only certain days. I think there's like a website where like there are hairstylists who are apprentices like at salons all over the city where you can like be a model. And the exchange is that you get a super cheap haircut for like literally $30. But then you end up staying there for an extra like probably what ended up being like an hour for a haircut because their instructor or their boss would like come by and like check how things are going and like show them techniques and stuff like that. So there is a risk, like if you don't know the person, that it could be dog shit boo boo. But Jay is talented and amazing and always slays down. And I mean,
your hair is so like trademark amazing. It always looks beautiful.
Well, so then my hair color, I met my friend Ange, who also used to be an apprentice at Mark Ryan, but is now at Marie Robinson, very close by. Yeah.
Heard of it.
And yeah, she colors my hair and also does a fantastic job and is so good at what she does.
So
And it's super cheap.
As
It's
you were
crazy.
speaking,
Yeah.
I was listening, but I was also thinking of the next things I'm going to say.
No, totally.
And what I thought was, you said when you go get the hair show, the discounted thing. So I've told this story. If you know me, you know the story. So I used to get Botox from this woman on the Upper East Side. And it was like the Botox was expensive, but I was like, whatever, it's worth it. And at this current time, you'll see I've been not getting Botox for budget reasons. But at that time, I was like gainfully employed and I was doing that. So she said, I teach people how to give filler and Botox. And sometimes I can offer appointments for free if you let like my student like test out on you. But you have to come. It's like, I'm going to text you at a random time and you have to like be there in 20 minutes and then you can get something for free. So I get a text. I'm dog sitting in Jersey City. I'm going through a breakup. I get a text from her at like 6 p.m. She's like, can you be in my office at 6:30? I'm in Jersey City. She's on the Upper East Side. I'm like, yep, I can be there. I go in my pajamas. I have a beanie hat on, sweating, been crying all day, swollen face. She's like, so not only are we going to have a student inject, I wanted to get jawline filler. She's like, not only are we going to have a student inject, but also we'll be filming this for TikTok. And remember, it's completely free for you. So it's like kind of a good deal. And I was like, oh, okay. She has like 10 TikTok followers. Like, I don't care. Sure.
Stop.
So the guy, first of all, she later told me, she was like, that guy was completely fucking up. He was hitting my butt. It was the most painful experience I've ever had in my life. I have a tattoo basically on my vagina. This was the most painful experience of my life. It was like, I was like, oh, like, why is it so horrible? Later, she was like, filler doesn't actually hurt that much, but he was like hitting your bone over and over again and missing the muscle. I was like, at least my biggest gratitude is that it didn't look fucked up or weird. It was barely noticeable and it didn't look weird. The video of me being like, this has to hurt this much with my swollen face, pajamas, and beanie is living on her TikTok. And fast forward several months, she goes viral, becomes a huge influencer. The amount of people who have been like, wait, I think I've seen a video, literally people that I am just meeting. I think I've seen a video of you like on TikTok and it's that. I'm recognized as like the girl who's like, oh, I'm trying to get. So that's how my life goes. And I don't know if the jawline filler is still there or working, but I'm never going to get filler again just because it was so painful. And I'm glad it was free, but it was just like that whole scenario was insane. And then it's like 8 p.m. I'm on the Upper East Side. I've been traumatized. And I'm like, I guess I'll go back to Jersey City to like give this dog its medication when like I'm going through what I thought was the most horrible breakup of my life. Strap in. It was going to be coming. That worst breakup was coming down the line. So I don't know if it's always worth it to be like a test subject is what I'm trying to say. Julia's speechless. I'm gonna show the TikTok on our social media because I'm like, you know what? See me at my worst.
High key. That is the most Devin story you've ever told me.
Why?
I agree. Being a test subject isn't always a great thing. I think if it's like for like a hair trim,
totally
low stakes.
If it's fixable,
if it's somebody coming at me with a needle.
I know. Like, why didn't I think that through?
How old are you?
29. Kind of old. Like all my stories, by the way, are like this. People are like, how old were you buying Fireball shots at the gas station? I'm like 32. Sorry.
No. That is amazing.
But you know what I heard?
Yeah.
So
also, the filler is still in your face. It just migrated somewhere else. That's just how it works.
Because it's Botox in my brain right now, and it's making me think.
That's actually so smart. Like, such a smart observation to make.
But wait, okay, let me tell you this, which is because are you a Capricorn moon?
Oh, I found out I'm a Scorpio moon. Can you believe that?
What?
I know.
Wait.
Isn't that crazy?
I thought you were.
Wait, I forgot to tell you. I got my birth chart read. Did I tell you about this?
No, and you learned you're not a Capricorn moon.
No, I'm a Scorpio moon.
But let me say one thing before we switch to that.
All right.
Capricorn moon, you're old when you're young and you're young when you're old. Couldn't be more me.
T.
I'm acting like a child when I'm 35.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 5, I was like not acting mature at all. Anyway, over to you.
That's so funny. My roommate is a Capricorn sun, and I don't know if that still applies for her, but she literally said to me, she was like, when I was a kid, if there was like another child in the classroom that was pronouncing library as library, I'd be like, they're done for. It's going to be done for the rest of their life.
Wow. So she was old when she was young, but she seems, is she not old as she's old, or she's still young?
There are definitely some things about her where she is like a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that way too.
Yeah.
I'm just like, someone help me out.
No, but yeah, I got my birth chart read and
What'd they say?
Awesome.
Where was this?
So my friend actually hired this woman. Her name is Brittany. And she was wonderful. And she like read a bunch of our birth charts. Like it was like 6 of us or something. And it was crazy. It was like everyone was gagged. And she like
I get so gagged.
What was so funny was like one of the things that she pointed out my birth chart. Also, I don't know her, right? And like one of the first things she was like, yeah, I see addiction on your chart. And I was like, my daddy like you drinky.
Right.
Yeah. Which also like,
but you don't. You like you don't love you.
Yeah. I think I'm normal sauce.
You're normal sauce.
Yeah.
You should have been like, no, I'm normal sauce.
Yeah.
Move on. Next.
And I don't think I've actually told this story on the pod, but I think I told you when my dad got into that fist fight at the airport. For all the listeners, basically, long story short, when I was in China with my whole entire family, my dad was dropping me off at the airport. He was not leaving yet, but I was flying back to JFK. And there was a stranger, a man, who was just being clueless and like cut us in line to check in at the counter, basically. And then my dad and him started exchanging words. And then they fully got into a fist fight, like straight up fighting.
And Julia's just trying to get to her flight
at the Chinese airport. And then I had to get in between them and I was like, stop. And then they kept fighting for like a full minute. 2 old men, by the way. Like
I was gonna say, then so you were definitely old when you were young because you were caring for someone who can't care for themselves.
Yes. And then after they stopped fighting,
offense, Mr. Julia's dad.
You know what? If he takes offense to this, if he somehow sees this and he takes offense, I hope he internalizes it and thinks about it.
Think about it.
Anyway, and then when I tried to break up the fight, I cut my finger on my dad's zipper jacket. And then once I like went to the counter to like get my my boarding pass, what was so funny too was these ladies, they were like, oh my God, like what's happening over there? And they were like, something crazy is happening.
And you're like, that's my life.
And I was like, just give me the boarding pass. And then I realized I was bleeding on the counter.
Squirting
I was
blood
like
on
squirting
them.
blood from my finger.
This is a movie. When you write the movie of your life, that's the opening scene.
Okay.
Period.
And then also they started fighting again at another point. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I kind of just butchered telling this whole story because I didn't feel like we're telling it.
Perfect. It was cinematic.
And once I do write it, guess what, guys? I'm going to have Devin read it and I'm going to hire her for her professional screenwriting
reading services.
Yeah.
I'm happy to provide professional script reading services for anyone who may want that. And anyone who wants to subscribe to my Substack, lightdisorder.substack.com. I promise I'm going to start writing on there pretty soon.
You do write on there.
Okay, so what else from your chart?
Well,
I'm curioso. Is there any dates that are weird? Like, did they say anything like, oh, this spring something big is coming?
No, but they said that I think I am in the midst of my Saturn return.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
Yeah.
Big.
And then
Huge.
there was also some pretty interesting stuff on there about like dating. And it was like, if you engage into like a unusual relationship, that it'll be something that you carry with you for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I was gagged.
How
genuinely.
many years down? So now you have 5 left to go, right? With this particular unusual one?
Yeah. I guess.
Start the clock, 5 years.
But yeah, it was like stuff like that. And I recorded it. I have like a 20-minute voice memo of like her reading my birth
It's
chart.
good to record it because I got a chart reading in October and I got another one recently and I like listened to them both last night in a moment of mental crisis. The weird thing though is I got a tarot reading in New Jersey in November. And the woman said, you are going to get an opportunity involving this person. I'm going to leave some stuff anonymous, but she said that involving this specific person.
Like a name she just pulled out.
A person who's related, for example, she could have said with your podcast host.
Oh, sure.
But it was just like a nomer or whatever. Okay. So she said, you're going to get an opportunity involving this specific person within the next 10-ish months. You're not going to want to take it for a series of reasons, but you should. What arises this week but an opportunity 9 months later involving this specific person? And I don't want to take it because of various complicated. I really do want to take it, but there's complicated reasons. And I said, New Jersey is a place. New Jersey and Long Island
is a place.
Are places with like a mystic feeling. New Jersey, Long Island, Massachusetts. And by the way, I just haven't traveled much but beyond that. So there's probably places in other states too.
I'm sure people have things to say about the vibes of New Jersey and Long Island specifically. However, I am going to Massachusetts at the end of the month, and my friend is going to take me. She is from Beverly, which is right next to Salem, and she was like, "I'm going to take you to a witch," and I was like, "Let's go!" This is me driving.
You
to the
can
witch.
also get really cute tattoos there. Salem is great. Super cute tats, super cute witches. My grandma lives right by there.
Really?
Hi, Mimi. Love you. So let's dive into some important questions.
Okay.
And the number one question that's overarching this quiz is, are you ready to have sex? And that could be with someone who you're considering having sex with, or it could be for the first time ever.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. The subheading is sex in your body. Like, it's your body, your choice.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
And the intro says, how can you tell if you're ready to have sex? It's not easy. In fact, it can be one of the hardest decisions you'll face. And you're the one who has to make the choice. However, there are certain things that mean you're not ready to have sex and that you absolutely should take into consideration. Your answers to the following questions can help you figure out where you stand. So true or false?
Okay.
If you've been going out with one guy for 6 months or longer, you should be having sex.
Yeah, absolutely.
False. If you have any doubts about that answer, you're basing your decision about whether or not to have sex on the wrong criteria. A long-term relationship doesn't make sex right if other factors are wrong. So I guess they're saying 6 months or longer is long-term. And it doesn't mean you should have sex if other things are wrong with your relationship. Like commitment, emotional maturity, mutual responsibility, and love.
That's like saying
You could, Julia, brace yourself. You could go out with a guy for 6 years and not be ready to have sex with him. Could you?
Crazy. That's like putting a pot roast into the oven for like 6 hours or however long that you cook a pot roast for, taking it out and being like, I'm ready to eat it. And then someone else being like, false, there's actually trash and bugs in it.
False, you hate pot roast. Like, it's really weird, first of all. And second of all, I don't get, you could be in, I mean, like, I guess technically you could go out with a guy for 6 years and not be ready.
Look, if you are dating somebody for 6 months and you haven't had sex yet, literally grow up.
Something's wrong.
Literally grow up.
Because you should
figure
want
it
to.
out.
And like, maybe you're doing other weirder stuff that's like not even as enjoyable. Okay. So it's wrong to think you should do something you could regret as much as having sex before you're ready. I obviously don't operate that way because I don't think about anything and I get all my tattoos covered up because I hate them later. And I also get filler from a stranger who has no skills.
I lean more that way than the other.
It's wrong to think you should do something. Okay. It implies that regardless of what you really want, you feel an obligation to do it. How, based on this information, do you think that you have an obligation? Like, that's one of the worst reasons to have sex there is. I agree obligations is one of the worst reasons to have sex that there is. But I don't think this question gives any sort of scenario where someone...
I think they set up a question with the purposes of trapping me and then lecturing
They want
me.
us to be Christian, and I'll tell you that. You know what is really upsetting? They want us to be Christian, and then this is on the back.
Oh.
So what's
Skin
the
on
message?
skin.
Like, I'm not supposed to be turned on by this? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
If you don't have birth control, you have to wait.
No.
That's a tough one. Obviously, I've answered no to that many times in my life.
Literally no. Also, I've been on the pill for like a decade, but like
I know, same. True. You can get pregnant the first time or anytime you have sex. That's not true. You can't get pregnant anytime you have sex. That's not true. You can get pregnant for like 12 hours out of the month.
Period.
So you lied. Okay, before you start having sex or
That's
even really
fear-mongering.
getting close to that point, you need to know what precautions you are going to take against pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. I don't know why I chose this quiz. I should probably kill myself. If you're too embarrassed to get birth control or you think it's unromantic to plan for sex, you're going to have to get over that before anything else. Until you have birth control methods such as condoms and spermicide.
Oh, you're whipping out spermicide during the hookup? Hookup over.
Who are you, Michael, Sarah, and Superbad?
You're breaking out the dental dams during the hookup? Hookup over.
Hookup over. So like, what matters to you? Hooking up with the hottest guy in school or spermicide?
And let me tell you, hooking up with like the hottest guy in school is a thrill. I wouldn't know, but it seems like it.
It seems like it really is.
It seems like it.
You're telling me. If I don't have birth control and I wander into that shower with Shane and Ilya in heated rivalry and they happen to be open to including a woman, I'm supposed to say, does anyone have spermicide though? Does anyone have spermicide? I'm out of season 2 immediately.
Absolutely.
Cut. Okay.
Cut.
So yeah, basically you have to have spermicide on hand. You're prepared to use it correctly. And every time you have sex, you're not ready unless you're... So they're saying if you don't have spermicide and you know how to use it every time you have sex, you're not ready. Okay. Next question. You are well informed about sexually transmitted diseases and you know your boyfriend's sexual history. Unless you say true, you could be in trouble. If you two haven't discussed it, there's no way to know if he could be carrying something you could get. You should know each other at least that well before you have sex. Completely disagree. The whole conversation about who someone's been with before you, to me, is toxic and unnecessary. I understand you can ask someone, have you been tested? But
yeah,
what am I supposed to say? Like, what's your number?
No, that's crazy. And also, like, okay,
STDs are all treatable.
Yes, everyone get the Gardasil vaccine. PSA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, like, it's...
Do you know what I learned from Girls HBO? Is that men can't be tested for HPV unless something is biopsied.
And you know they're never getting a biopsy.
Yeah. Anyway, and then obviously it shows up on a PAP for women. So anyway, everyone should do that. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I have heard of just like being younger, like in college, when like friends are getting into these like monogamous, like long-term relationships, and then them telling me like how upset they were when they like found out like, you know, how many people they had slept with or like stuff like that. And then like me agreeing with them, obviously.
Right.
But then later on in life being like, actually that seems like an act of self-harm.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't have to know these things at all.
Literally, when I was dating someone I had gone to college with and found out that he made out with like truly one of those beautiful people that you're like, wait, why are you in school? Like, you're so stunning. Like, you could literally walk anywhere and you'll be scouted to be like something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so you made out with her. I'm going to be walking off the balcony now. And then I was like trying to be toxic and being like, well, I like hooked up with this person, like so-and-so. And like, yeah, he lied about it after because he was embarrassed, but it happened. Anywho.
Did that really happen?
Well, he didn't lie, but he was like, I'm embarrassed that I hooked up with Devin. We don't have to go there. We don't have to go there. I've lived a lot of lives before this flouncy haircut.
So much lore.
I have so much lore before this haircut. Okay. In certain circumstances, it's all right for a guy to demand sex.
Absolutely not.
False. It's never all right. Not if he
That's
paid
the only
for
one
an
I've gotten
expensive.
right.
Wait, not if he paid for an expensive dinner. Not if you told him you would but changed your mind. Not if he says you led him on and he can't live without it. Any guy who thinks he can say you have to have sex is dangerous and wrong.
T.
Yes, Kathy.
T.
If you're not clear on that fact, you could be in danger of having sex because someone else thinks the time is right. Yeah, that's a lot of words to say something they're trying not to say.
Yeah.
All right. Having sex will make you feel loved and wanted. How many times have I fallen into this narrative trap? Hun, no. It doesn't make you feel that. I mean, maybe it does make you feel that temporarily, but the emptiness of course I'm talking about like when you're just having random hookups. The emptiness after let me tell you about the emptiness after hook up, think it's amazing, think you're connecting, 5 minutes post. So can I get you an Uber? The emptiness. 2 a.m. Uber. Can't even sleep over his house. No. Sex does not make you feel loved and wanted unless you love the person and they love you too and they want you. Right? Julia's speechless. Or maybe you disagree.
No, I agree. Or whatever the right answer is.
The right answer is false. Sex does not create love where none existed before, nor does it necessarily bind you to another person. Yeah.
Totally.
It doesn't bind you to another person. We don't live in Twilight world where people are like, what do they do?
I don't know.
In Twilight? What's it called? They like embed in you or something?
I don't know, but in Severance they called it exchanging vessels.
Exchanging vessels. Imprint in Twilight, that you imprint on someone.
Oh, that's like what animals do.
Yeah, I think that's why they probably called it that, because they're like werewolves, animals. Okay.
Wait,
so you're not.
I want to go on the record by saying I know the way that I reacted to that made it seem really sus, but I know that.
You know that sex doesn't make you feel loved and wanted.
Yes.
Unless it's the right kind.
Yes. And lust is very different from those things. So I'm just letting everyone know.
So what do you define lust as?
I mean, sorry to be like totally crass, but I think it's genuinely being like so horny for somebody.
Yes. Okay. So something weird is happening, and I know you don't watch, on this season of Love Island, where like constantly they're talking about
clips.
Lust. They're like they literally removed someone from the villa because they're like he was lustful because he like wanted to have sex with the girl he was matched with. They're like I'm like, this is some weird Christian values shit. They keep saying lustful, then they're like Kenzie is lusting. This person's lusting. Is this love or lust? I'm like, I've like never said the word lust more than twice in my life. Like, why is it coming up so often?
I mean, when I say lust, I'm using it ironically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wait, why are you guys so worried about lust? It's fine. Isn't the fact that you're walking around in bikinis with your ass out all day, every day, gonna create some lust? Like,
also, I know I have talked about wanting to be on Love Island before because I think it would be fun to be the normal person.
But you wouldn't be normal because they'd be like, Julia's like lusting.
Right, exactly. And also, I couldn't wear a bikini for that amount of time. I think, actually, I have made peace with my body in the last 7 days. And the peace that I've made with it is that I think I look bad in a bikini, but I look good naked. Does that make sense?
There's no way in goddamn hell you look bad in a bikini.
I don't like the way that I look in a bikini, but I like the way I look naked.
Okay, that's a better way to phrase it.
Okay.
When I'm watching Love Island, I think, when are you gonna put your tent on? Because for my emotional safety, I have to put a tent on, aka like a giant shirt or a giant snuggie, like a few times a week, where I'm just like, I'm tired of being perceived. Like, I just don't want to be perceived right now. I want to be bloated. Why are they never bloated?
So true.
What are they doing?
They're taking like special medicine that we're not allowed to have to like do that, I think.
Just like they hide the AIDS cure for the police department. Never mind.
And also, we don't know what's in those silver cups.
That's true. Okay. Your parents' beliefs and attitudes about premarital sex should be a factor in your decision to have sex.
Wait, say that again.
Your parents' beliefs and attitudes about premarital sex should be a factor in your decision to have sex.
False.
True. Not that you're always going to do everything they say. Yeah, that's kind of the point of being a kid. But you shouldn't just dismiss their opinions. If you grew up with certain beliefs, they may mean more to you than you're admitting right now. Okay, this is fucked up. And if you do something you know your parents would strongly disapprove of, you may have a harder time living with your actions. What? It's worth listening to the cautions of the people who care about you. What if your parents are in like Mother God cult and they're telling you that this dead corpse in the other room is alive?
That's a good doc. I've watched that 3 times.
I watched it twice after you told me you rewatched it.
And
it's better the second time.
I also watched Chimp Crazy like 4 times.
I need to watch that again. This is fucked. Children, do not listen to your parents' values about sex.
This is some puritanical shit. I mean, like,
go on TikTok and look up sex and learn about it that way.
Okay, well, I don't know about that either. Well, actually, go for it because it sounds like the younger generation is like not fucking and not drinking. So good for you guys.
But you should fucking you should. Okay, well, we have no stance on this, but just this is weird and this is some religious propaganda.
My active stance is that my parents never had that conversation with me.
Same.
And I just like figured it out. And
Same.
I think I ended up normal.
I didn't, but it could have gone either way. Okay.
You're normal.
Having sex will enable you to hold on to your boyfriend.
Okay, now that is a lesson you learn.
That's important to learn. And you can't learn this from a quiz. You have to try this in life. Try to hold on to your boyfriend with sex. Try. See what happens. Because you need to learn that to be humble, to become a person who is fun to be around.
Because then guess what? If you don't try, then you'll have like regret for the rest of your life.
Yep.
And it's always better, I think, to have failed and been humiliated than to regret anything.
That's basically the message at the end of the movie Arrival. It's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. It's better to have tried to seduce your boyfriend into loving you than to have never tried at all.
Oh, I love Arrival so much.
It's so good.
It's so
sobbing.
Good. Sobbing at the end. Yeah.
I just watched AI, Artificial Intelligence, for the first time. Sobbing.
Haven't seen that.
It's not that good, but I sobbed. Okay. If you're 17, you're old enough to have sex. In my opinion, false. But do whatever you want. But I'm just like, just be young.
I lost my virginity when I was 17. And
brag.
I think it was fine.
Humble brag.
That's like normal.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so whatever you want, but they're saying false. Age isn't the point. Being ready is. That's a good thing to say. And being ready has to do with how you feel about being sexually active, whether you're knowledgeable and mature enough to take precautions, spermicide, and whether the time and person are right. If you think people shouldn't have sex outside of marriage, then you won't be old enough until you're married. Okay, so this is why the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives all got married when they were like 18 and have like 6 kids when they're 22.
If I'm being totally real, I didn't really actually hear what you said because I was thinking about who I had lost my virginity to and being like, actually.
Who was it?
I mean, it was like totally fine, like normal experience, but just remembering like how I acted like towards that person afterwards, it is so just like, damn girl, get up. But also It's like, there was no way that I would have gotten up. I needed to learn that lesson.
No, you need to learn that.
Yeah.
I lost my virginity to a guy named Devin. And the way that we met is that I blacked out at a party. And the next day I had a text that was like, hey, this is Devin with an O, haha, like movie night. And I was like, yeah, I'll head there. Sure, I'll head there. And then I was like, oh, he's actually really cute. And then we did the thing and I had a total mental breakdown about it.
Oh my God.
I don't really believe in virginity though. Okay. Oh. So even if you know you're ready, your boyfriend.
What about it do you not believe in?
It's like a construct.
Oh,
like to me, I'm like, you start having sex and you then that's just something you do. Just like you start drinking water.
Totally.
But virginity is like this construct of like, are you pure or not? Which
yeah.
let me guess, I'm pretty sure Kathy McCoy believes in purity. So
hey, Kathy, let us know what your stances are on abortion. Just curious.
Curious. Just want to know. And where you were on January 6th. Just want to know. Okay. So even if you're ready, your boyfriend may not be. Is that true or false?
True.
Yeah, duh. Everyone thinks boys always want sex, but that's just not the case. It's not fair to assume that a guy feels confident about having sex simply because you do. Maybe he doesn't think sex before marriage is right. Okay, Kathy has a boner for this guy. Maybe he doesn't feel close enough to you. Maybe he's just uncomfortable with the idea. Don't push him.
Let me tell you, if you end up in social situations where someone that is regularly in your circles is someone that thinks that it's sacrilegious to have sex before marriage, you made a lot of other wrong choices to end up there. Let me just say that.
And you need to like really look at some things.
Yeah.
You need to go to Salem and talk to a witch.
Yeah, and that's me shitting on certain religious beliefs. Sorry, get over it. Get over it. You guys act weird after you have sex for the first time when you're like 30.
Yep. Period. Okay. You need to have sex to keep up with your friends. No, you don't. Do whatever. All my friends were having sex really young, and I was like, guys, I like don't even have a period yet. Is that weird? Should I talk to a doctor?
When did you get a period?
16.
Oh my God.
I know. I literally lied. I was like, yeah, I have it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it comes every month.
Have you seen the movie Hello, God, Are You There? It's Me, Margaret.
Read the book, loved. I've never seen the movie.
The movie's really good. It's really sweet. It's like a really sweet coming of age film, and Rachel McAdams is like wonderful in it. And
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's really sweet. Like you'll cry, but like in like a really heartwarming kind of way. Yeah.
Okay. And you should also watch Send Help with Rachel McAdams because it's really good. Okay. You have mixed feelings about having sex right now. If you answered true to this, then you should wait. Yeah, Kathy. These doubts mean something. They mean you're not sure what you want. They also mean that if you act before you really do know, you could regret your decision. Sex will be there later when you're convinced it's the best thing to do it, and you'll really enjoy it more for waiting until it's right. All right. Don't care. That was the quiz. Like, I was like, I feel like that was like a lesson in freaking
Puritanism.
What Jesus wants. All right, now let's do something actually fun. This is actually going to be fun. What? Okay, so this is an ad for a CD player.
Okay.
Wait, no, you should guess the year first.
CD player. Ad for a CD player? Can I know what brand the CD player is?
That's like a really good question.
Or can I just see it if there's no date on it?
Oh, it's Sony. It's a Sony multi-CD cassette player.
Multi-CD cassette player. Okay, now that's interesting. Because if it was just a CD player, then we're sitting anywhere in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. But if it's dual cassette, I mean, dare I say 2001?
January 1989. 1989. Do you think you could guess one of the CDs that's featured in this ad?
1989?
It's a whole bunch of CDs that are like popular at the time.
Is it crazy if I guess one of them is Billy Joel?
It's not crazy, but it's not one of them.
Damn. Okay. 1989.
There's a person that's extremely similar to that though.
Elton John?
Yes! Elton John, Reg Strikes Back. Don't know what that is. Reg Strikes Back.
What other CDs are in there?
In Excess, Kick, Europe, Out of This World, George Michael, Faith, Robert Palmer, Heavy Nova, and Tracy Chapman, Electra.
Oh, of course. Well, of course.
Harry Lewis and the New Small World, Steve Winwood, Roll With It.
Cute.
Okay, so do you want to guess who's on the cover? You won't because she's a weird model. Right? Or is that a famous person?
I don't know who that is. Not a clue.
It says 17. It's where the girl ends and the woman begins. That was true for you.
Yes.
17.
Sure. I got on birth control when I was 17.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for the compliments that I'm sure are to come on my haircut. And please feel free to be as generous as possible in the comments about my haircut. And
yay!
Period.
Okay. Bye.
The Quiz Show.